I wanted to make a video, mostly for the benefit of my kids, and tell them what happened this week. And I thought maybe some other people could benefit from it also. But a little background is I've been on chemo for 2 years now, using different kinds of poisons. And then in February, the cancer was growing back, so they decided to switch poisons to carboplatin and doxil. And so that was February, the end of February. That was the first infusion of carboplatin and doxil, and then the end of March was the second infusion of carboplatin and doxil. And generally what I found is after an infusion, about a week after the infusion, I don't know if this is the same with everybody, but this is what happens to me. The immune system kicks in, and then the immune system starts to excrete the poisons out through the skin. And so I'll have 1 or 2 nights of what I call the ooze, where the skin is secreting the poisons, and it's a very difficult night because you can smell the chemicals. The poisons are just very strong all over, and I wake up damp, and everything is wet, and it causes me often to be anxious, and especially the one the infusion in February. A week after that infusion, I would say I actually had hallucinations. It was a very horrible night. I dreamt that everything in the world was made of metal, that we lived in a metal universe, and I was trying to figure out how to make a living for my family in a metal universe. And everything was metal. Everything we touched, everything we ate, everything was covered with metal. And I woke up pretty upset that morning, and what I usually do is then I call one of my kids and start to whimper to them and tell them how I'm upset, and then they comfort me. But this time, March was the infusion, and so about on Monday, this week Monday, I figured was going to be the ooze night. And so I decided that I would stay up all night. I turn all the lights on, and I turn the TV on down low, and I just basically lay on the couch and doze off and on. And but then nothing really happened that night. That was Monday night. I didn't have the ooze night. So then Tuesday was my birthday, and Harv had to work all day as an election judge, so he was gone all day, and I was home by myself, which is kind of scary because there's always this chance of me falling down now because I'm pretty unsteady. And then I had a hard time I had to get up and find something to eat, and then go lay down again, and then go find something to drink. And so Tuesday was kind of a difficult day, and I was a little worried that night, so I was asking for prayer, and then he came home, and then the Lord just impressed on me that just go to bed like normal. And so I went to bed that night, and how can I explain it to you? It was, the Lord filled me with such praise and thankfulness and praying. It seems like that's what I was doing all night long. I was praising the Lord and thanking Him, and it was such a wondrous night. And next thing I knew, it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was all wet and damp, and the ooze had happened, but I wasn't upset. I was happy. I was praising the Lord, and I got up and laid back down on the couch and slept for another 2 hours, and I was even more damp and all that, and the immune system had kicked in, getting rid of all these poisons, and it was such a wondrous time. I can't describe it for you, but it was, what I want to communicate to you is the Lord was listening to your prayers, and He answered your prayers, and He delivered me from the fear that I had about whatever it is I'm afraid of. He delivered me from that, and He gave me comfort, and I praise Him for it, and I thank Him for it. And I want to assure you that if you're going through some kind of trial now, the Lord does listen to the prayers of His people, and call out and ask them to pray for you. Call out to the Lord, and He will answer you. So that's what I wanted to tell you today.